All right, we're back now to introduce you to an incredibly talented local woman with a special gift.
Psychic medium Patricia Griffin has a show coming up next Friday at Seven Angels Theater in Waterbury, and she is here to tell us all about it. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so first of all, what exactly does it mean to be a psychic medium, and how did you discover you had this gift?
So it means that I have the ability to talk. The medium part means that I have the ability to talk to those crossed over.
Okay.
So those on the other side. And the psychic aspect is, you know, I kind of know things before they happen.
When did you discover this gift that you had?
So I've had it my whole life, and I didn't really know what it was. So as a teenager and as a preteen, I just thought I was strange. I would know things before they happened. I would write stuff for other people. And I didn't actually go professional until in my early 40s.
And what propelled you to want to take this, you know, to a new chapter, to be public out there and help others with your gift?
So I was kind of forced by the other side. Like it kind of got to the point.
Oh, they ganged up on you?
They absolutely did. It got to a point, somebody called me for help, and I went to her house to help her. And what was happening is she didn't know I had this ability. I don't know why she called me. And everything was breaking in her house. And her best friend had died. And I said to her that the husband here was going to kill himself. He was going to take his life. Oh. And I actually, in my mind, went into his house. Like I seen like a coal stove and a flag. And then I said, he's going to take his life. The gun is in the gold hassock. And they took it and they saved his life because she felt like on the other side she was religious, and she thought if he took his life she wouldn't be reunited with him. That's
So everywhere you go, do people say, read me?
They do.
And is your favorite song If You Could Read My Mind?
It's not, but it probably will be after today.
So you are taking your gifts to the stage and in Waterbury at the Seven Angels Theater, and this is actually like home to you because you're from Waterbury, but what's the special connection with the theater?
So my parents, Louis and Frances Spina, owned a roller skating rink there. So when I was born, it was just called Hamilton Park Pavilion Skating.
Okay.
And when I was born, I literally joked around and said the doctor seen a skate coming out instead of my head. So because I was like born on roller skates. So it's very special. The stage was there when I was younger. I would play on the stage with my cousin Kara. Like it's just a place full of love. So reading there and having these memories and what Samina De Laurentiis has done with the building is just amazing, and the staff. So it just brings the love, and it's just my favorite place to read. I read a lot of places, and it's just the best.
So you obviously you're there, and you got the audience. How do you know who to pick, and you know, do people raise their hands and say read me, or you just go over to people and start doing? How does the process work?
It's like I'm a human GPS, and there could be 300 people, and I know what row I'm going into and what person. I'm just guided, you know, when I just point to them, and sometimes it could be directly behind them or right in front of them, but I'm just guided to where I'm going to go. It's amazing. I don't know how it works that way, but it does.
So right now, sitting here, are you getting any feelings off of us? Is it something like you're turning on right now and you could turn off?
I don't turn it on or turn it off. Sometimes it just comes. Like I was just backstage and I just read two people that were back there. So I'm not getting anything at the moment, but we might in the next minute or two. And you can't turn it on or off. It's just they're very respectful of me and people, but sometimes they just start coming with information.
What do you say to skeptics out there? Because the people are always going to be like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. What do you say to them?
Well, usually when they come to my shows, I turn them into believers.
Okay.
You know, so and some people don't believe, and I think it's sad that they don't believe because there is something out there when we pass. But usually, I had a person come to one of my shows, and he really just didn't believe, and I turned him within minutes, and he was so blown away because. I don't know how old he was, maybe 45, but his whole life he believed that there was nothing else out there. He had to keep walking over to the bar, and he was swearing. He's like, I don't believe this. And now he's come to more shows. So, you know, seeing is believing.
Yeah.
How do these messages come to you? I'm familiar with the clairs, right? So there's the audible, you hear things, right?
Yes.
You see things, and then what's the other one? You feel things?
I feel things as well. Sometimes I do the smell as well, but I have all 5 of them, and it kind of all intercepts into a message. So sometimes my body will physically feel something, like if somebody had a heart condition, I'm going to start having it. If somebody had a stroke, my whole body might go limp. If somebody has dry foot, I'll start dragging my foot on the stage. Wow. And then other things start coming, and then it all comes together. It's almost like you're looking at a projection screen, and it's empty. Like when you go into the movie theater, nothing's on it. And then they're throwing whatever they need to on it to show me.
What's some of the more wild readings that you've given? Do you recall any, or are they all wild?
They're all, but I had some fun ones from like
Sure.
a week ago too. So I was at Hops on the Hill because I performed there, and a dog started coming through, and I start reading this woman, and she wants like her mom or her dad, and I start talking about her brother, and then I say the name Lewis, and she goes, "Oh my God, that's my brother's dog." She hated the dog, and so the dog like terrorized her the whole time, like joking around he was going to bite her, like it was just a joke. But he brought in like 7 other dogs through the night.
Wow.
And then I also tell people, like, if they have secrets, they're at the wrong place, because the other side likes to talk about them. And when I was at my last show at Seven Angels, there was a woman in the audience and her daughter-in-law-to-be. And they started talking about the lawnmower. And what happened was the mother bought her son a lawnmower, and he sold it to use money towards his fiance's ring, and the mother didn't know that he sold it for that.
Gosh.
So you have to kind of filter through a little bit and kind of pick and choose what you can reveal, right?
I don't, whatever comes to me, because I only read for your highest good, so whatever comes to me, I do say it. It's just sometimes we have to figure out what it means, because they don't talk like you and I, and because I'm using their memories, I don't know the people, and I don't know their memories, so we have to put them together.
Well, Patricia's show is next Friday, February 9th at 8 p.m. at Seven Angels Theater in Waterbury. For more information, you can visit sevenangelstheater.com. Patricia, we can't thank you enough for being on the show.
Thank you so much, Patricia.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Do you know what's coming up next week? Just kidding.
I don't.
The sunshine.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You too.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks to Nicole for being with me today.
This is so much fun.
Yeah, it was a great show.
All right. See you Monday.